things movie reviews, TV reviews, show reviews, whatever review. I am the one stop shop for all things you need to know. Hopefully, I'm the last stop. Let's get it started. So, Polite Society is a story about two Muslim sisters. They're living in UK, Ria and Lena, and it was. I seen the trailer. I seen a glimpse of the trailer in a sense where I don't know if you're familiar with this, but I have a tendency where I just watch one trailer, and I don't like to see too much of it because I feel like trailers are giving away too much nowadays, and I want to be surprised. I really like being surprised because when I'm surprised and I don't expect too much, um, and you caught me by surprise, is best because then I'm gonna give you a better review. And if I go in knowing what's gonna happen, which a lot of trailers tend to do now, they nowadays I can just tie things up and whatever. Things I knew about this movie going in. It was very artistic in a sense where closer to like everything everywhere all at once. It would be groundbreaking in a sense where it will be a very controversial story. There are moments where people question it, and I'll get into it. This will have a little spoiler. If you haven't seen it, this movie is some one of the movies that would be considered like movie of the year, that type. Is it? We'll get it started and we'll decide with that. So Ria is this teenage girl going through teenage shit, and her dream is to be a STEM woman. Her sister Lena, she's an art student who actually has given up, because I guess she got the stress, the burden, and the pressure was probably too much for her, so she has given up. So she's at home, depressed, and she's surrounded by like judgmental brown aunties, which is very funny because it's actually true when it comes to how aunties actually operate. And her mom, who's trying to fit in with this high class, high elite level brown society of aunties, you want to call it, and they're trying to get in. And the premise, I don't want to go into it too deep, it will give away what the movie is, because I think the plot twist is really great, and that's where I enjoyed the movie. If I'm just in it watching this movie just for the humor, the comedy, it's a lot like Scott Pilgrim. You could feel it, like it felt like Scott Pilgrim. It was very comical, and if you go into a movie and you take it seriously, you're gonna really be disappointed. I went into the movie looking for quirky humor, like this craziness that's happening that doesn't make sense, that is acceptable. That's the type of movie. Scott Pilgrim is a crazy movie that is acceptable. Um, I really enjoyed the plot twist. I didn't see it coming, and it was actually exciting for them to go this route. I would say in terms of even daring because of the society that is the brown culture, not just saying brown culture as a whole, the more so the Muslim culture. So I really like the direction they went. I really like the dynamics of the family. I thought how the daughters interacted with the mom and how openly they speak, even though they had a crude language. They were also vulgar, especially Ria. Uh, I enjoyed it because you're supposed to have that connection with your family, especially your parents, and that's what I personally believe, and I really enjoyed that. That made me like the characters even more. I really like the sister connection. The sister connection is the core, the heart of the movie. It was really done, and Polite Society is a nice way of actually naming this movie. So I can give this movie like a 8. I really enjoyed it. It really surprised me. It was a lot of fun. I liked watching this in the theater. I cheered, I laughed, sometimes I sighed, but at the end, I walked to the theater satisfied, knowing that this movie hit everything I was looking for and gave me a little bit more. And as a reviewer, as somebody that has watched the movie, I want to give you that and say this is something. If you want something quirky out of this world, something you don't want to question, just sit back, relax, and watch it. Go for it. How I'm gonna rate this movie? I'm doing this movie rating with all summer. I'm gonna rate this movie better than Fast 10, better than The Little Mermaid. Originality wins. I will say that originality, score, comic relief, everything that wins. Guardian of the Galaxy is right now the best summer movie. Anyway, Polite Society did not disappoint. If you're a movie fan, you will like Polite Society. Have you seen Polite Society? If you have, please comment below. If you haven't, what can I help? Or how can I help you see this? Make sure you like and subscribe. I am Suhi. I hope you enjoy. latest review. Peace.